We had been planning this day for months, and I could not fight the excitement knowing the day was finally drawing near. My sister had just been to the doctor the other day with her husband-to-be, and they were both exhilarated when the doctor informed there is a baby on the way. We felt a jolt of excitement. My sister is expecting one more time, and her dream wedding is a few hours apart. Thousands of photos and videos will be floating in the air as she lives things she never dreamed of. Love is a camera, full of memories. A photo album is keeping our memories preserved. In that very moment, lying in bed with my husband, hashing through our memories, we kept on talking about all the events that had unfolded over the years to get us to where we were today. She slowly climbed the platform considering the weight she had put on. She has a bun in the oven due on December 10, 2010. She could not be any happier given how everything seemed to be falling into place lately. The song finally came on and everybody got up excitedly waiting for the bride to walk down the passage. She looked down the aisle with a smile beaming on her face. I could not make sense of what was happening around. Every single person in the audience waiting for her. And when the bride finally got to the podium, she pulled up the veil and I found myself just staring at my own reflection. As I try to make sense of everything around me, my sister feels a sharp pain on her stomach. She looks down and feels some liquid falling down her legs. The pain was both sharp and numbing. She could feel the water wetting her thighs and dress. She couldn't move, the pain wriggling down her thighs and back. She could feel her mindfulness escaping as she switched in and out of consciousness. I could hear her screams and gasps from the crowd from far off.
Shaiddy, wake up!
Her husband's hands were softly tapping against her cheeks.
Somebody call an ambulance!
Shouted her husband, with his voice vividly shaken and feeble. Everything grew quieter by the minute, and I could barely hear the siren.
I cannot lose my babies. God, please do not take them away from me.
Take her to the emergency unit. Torn cervix, blood pressure on the floor. We need her and the babies alive.
I hear the doctor shout. She can feel her belly but could hardly feel the movements of her angels. I clearly see the lines of grief on her face. She hears the favorite song she used to sing her babies when she was expecting 3 years ago. She opened her eyes slowly, so excited about this day. I can see my sister and her husband-to-be heading to the hospital to finally meet their new blessing. On a brilliantly sunny day in August, crossing the small bridge that leads to the local hospital. Her husband could barely see the car that was coming in a rush. I saw a girl laying on the floor, blood all over the place, and the person accompanying her crying uncontrollably.
She is dead! She is dead!
Walking through the aisles, she could feel the warmth of my mother's hands caressing her shoulders. It was comforting, considering that it was the day she had always dreamed about. I heard my mother talking to her, and her answer was bright with promise.
I could feel the congregation's eyes gorging on me. My heart was pounding with high vigor. It was utterly trying to break out of its rib cage. I gave out a smile, assuring myself that everything will be fine. I could feel my breath getting shorter with every step I took towards the platform. I knew it. It was going to happen. Finally. The day I have dreamed of has come.
I was overjoyed. It was all just perfect. I had the most amazing dress. The church was full of flowers. Everyone was enjoying.
Hello? Is anybody here? I call out. Nobody answers. As I try to feel around the room, the lights turn on and I find myself back home. Everybody moving around like they are in some sort of rush. My mother pushes me out, telling me to hurry. Otherwise, we will be late. And I can see her dancing happier than she has ever been, waving at everyone from the dance floor. She appears to be calling me and pointing towards a narrow path. I run through the crowd trying to find my way to her, and when I finally make it to the end, she is gone. Shaiddy, 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 I scream anxiously.
Honey, are you okay? Your voice was like a thunder reverberating, full of agony through your being.
I am okay, love. It was just an empty dream full of waves of darkness, a nightmare and a beautiful day. We need to get ready. Today's my sister's big day. Glorious fireworks going off in my brain. I get out of bed and rush to help my sister get ready for her big day. She looks beautiful in her white dress, slowly walking through the aisles with her big belly alongside with her husband-to-be. Her face colors every detail of life. The church, like an act of magic, is beautifully decorated with roses. The photographer is trying to capture the story of the day every time he shots. The day looks brilliant under the fierce August sun. My sister and her husband's vows seal their bond that had long been cemented. She could not be any happier given how everything seemed to be falling into place lately. The song finally came on. I look dazed now because I seem that I lived this before, and I am just gazing at those memories that still burn bright. My sister is waving hands. This cannot be possible. Am I just recalling a dream? I have a feeling that I've experienced this at some point. I think I was here before. Unforgettable memories between a turbulent past and a promising future refuse to die.